Breaking a frustrating case for the Newport News Fire Department. That is our top story at 5:30.
And this year, firefighters rushed to the scene of dozens of emergencies just to find one false alarm after the other. Investigators say that James Arsby made the bogus calls and he is now in jail. Only 10 on your side's Joe Fisher has been following this story for months now. So, Joe, why are we just now learning of this?
Well, Anita, Stephanie, I started asking the fire department about the fake 911 calls back in July. At their request, we held off reporting it because they said they were close to making an arrest. And while it has taken longer than first thought to track James Arsby down, investigators say Newport News is safer with him behind bars. When the calls come in,
we treat every 911 call very seriously.
Firefighters respond with red lights and sirens.
Time is of essence when we have emergency situations.
But from January to July, crews suited up and responded to emergencies to find no emergency at all.
They would knock on the door and the people would answer and have no idea that someone had called 911.
Chief Steve Pincus is with the Newport News Fire Department.
When we get someone like this who's becoming a nuisance, making these false calls, it can be very frustrating.
He says investigators started connecting the dots after repeatedly running on bogus calls to the same few addresses.
He would provide details like there's a kitchen on fire, or I see smoke coming from a building.
The fire marshal's office launched an investigation.
In this case, it was very painstaking.
Digging into hundreds of phone records and 911 recordings. Tuesday, after 11 months, they tracked down 53-year-old James Arsby of Hampton. According to court papers, Arsby used multiple phones, including a burner phone, to place fake emergency calls across the city.
The bigger factor is, did he recognize that he could have potentially caused someone else to have a delayed response because of this when they actually had a real emergency?
Each call putting the community in danger, says Pincus, who's relieved of the arrest, but still has so many questions.
The big question is, why would he do something like this?
And Arsby faces 31 charges related to the bogus calls. Chief Pincus tells me as the investigation continues, he could face even more charges. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Joe Fisher, 10 on your side.